Hi, Matt with Etrailer, and today we're going to be talking about the Aries front and back auto floor mats and our 2023 Kia Sportage. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you want to keep the inside of your car clean, whether you yourself or a friend are going outside and working, you don't want any of that dirt or mud inside your car, or if you have kids in the back who are coming and going, playing outside, and you don't want any of that getting inside your car. This is going to be an easy way to keep your car clean. So let's take a closer look at it. So before we put it in our car, let's take a look at the back side. We're going to have this fiber material on the bottom, and what this is going to do for you is help it stay in place, preventing it from sliding around. We're also going to have this grommet built in, but in our case we won't be using it since the notch on the bottom doesn't match up where this grommet sits. But let's take a closer look at how this fits. Installing it is real quick and easy. All you have to do is line it up with the contours of your car. And like I said earlier, we won't be using that grommet because that notch on the bottom of your car is going to be a few inches off to the side. So we won't be able to line that up. And now taking a closer look at it, now that it's in here, you notice we have these sidewalls, and they're pretty close to the side over here. We do have a little bit of a gap, but if you keep this in for an extended amount of time, this should slowly start to meld to the rest of your car, giving you that nice clean look. And then on the inside, we're going to have these raised surfaces, and what that's going to do for you, if there's any dirt or grime in here, that's going to help your feet sit up above any of that. As for the material, we're going to have this thermoplastic anti-skid material, and that's going to prevent your feet from sliding around in here. And then the layer in between the top and bottom is going to be made out of a foam, and that foam is going to help reduce any noise, and it's going to absorb a lot of shock from happening on top of this. This is going to come in 3 sections for the back. We're going to have our passenger side, we're going to have the center, and then the driver's side. So taking a closer look at that passenger side, we're going to have these sidewalls still, and like on the front, they're going to have a little bit of a gap between there. And same thing with over time, this will start to build up and apply pressure to the sides to give you more of a secure fit. And it's also going to come with a grommet on the bottom, but there's not a space for us to hook that up to. But since we have that fiber bottom to this, it's going to help prevent a lot of that sliding around. And the one on the driver's side is pretty much the same thing. So let's take a closer look at the center. Now, I'm not a big fan of the center. Now, it does need to fit in here, so that makes sense of why they made it smaller, but it doesn't have very high walls, and it leaves pretty much an inch gap on either side, so there's plenty of room for things to slide underneath there. It is held in place on either side by the other mats, so it's not likely of coming out, so that's nice that you have that pressure being applied. And if you are going to be using this, of course, it's going to get pretty dirty. So to kind of show you how it's going to handle cleaning with all that dirt and grime, you should be able to just grab a wet towel, wipe off a majority of that. Now this textured surface also allows it to look cleaner than what it actually is. So I do recommend taking it out every once in a while, and at least spraying it down with the hose and letting it dry, and then you can put it right back in here. Overall, if you're looking for a way to keep your car clean, this is going to be a great option for you. Like I said earlier, if you have people coming and going from the front, or if you have kids or pets, this is going to help keep things a lot easier to clean. But if you liked everything you saw today, that's just a look at the Aries front and back auto floor mats in our 2023 Kia Sportage.